Why is government important?
No comment. I can have you interviewed for this.
It's just
No one in my class.
it's just to see your point of view. It's just to see your point of view. Petro, why is government important?
Go on, what else?
Oh,
I already did that already.
oh, oh. Damn it. Why is government important?
The government's important because
I have to come right here. This
it helps us stick together and not fall apart.
How does the government affect your everyday life?
The government affects my everyday life by helping me stay alive. It keeps me alive.
If you could change anything in government, what would you change?
Donald Trump running for election.
Oh. Why is government important?
Government is important to any laws. Any. Are we talking like country, or are we just talking?
Country.
The importance of government basically is for structure for people, structure for any type of government can be in anything that needs structure. So government is basically for the rules, laws, just the structure of living, the structure of life. That's why government is important.
How does government affect your life?
Because I have to live within the laws of the land. So, be it whatever the government puts out, everything they put out I necessarily don't agree with, but it's important that you do follow the laws of the land. And that's how it affects our lives, our day-to-day living.
If you could change anything about government, what would you change?
The process on how we elect people. What I come to find out is that it's more than two people running for the presidency. And when you don't promote the other candidates, that shows you the unfairness in the whole situation. So if I would change, I would just change the fairness of it, because it's not. It's kind of Republican and Democratic heavy, but there are other categories within the government that get no attention, and some laws and some rules are just not fair for all races and all people. That's the only thing I would change.
Why is government important?
Government is important because it affects our daily lives. It lets us know what we can and can't do. So without the government, there would be almost chaos, and where people would be able to do whatever they want.
So like the purge.
Basically like the purge.
All right, next question. How does government affect your life on the daily?
Well, it affects my life in many ways. One being, well, not one. It affects it by the certain laws that the government pulls. So I can't do certain things, like drive.
Smoke joints?
I don't do that.
Yeah, drink.
I'm not about that. But I mean, I guess for certain people, it wouldn't let them do those things because the government prohibits it. So it just affects everyone's life and the freedom you could have in your life.
All right, lastly, if there's anything you could change in the government, what would you change?
That's a good question. I don't know what I would change. Maybe I would change many aspects on how people are not happy with. Let's say raising the minimum wage, so people could live happier, and they wouldn't have to be they wouldn't live hard lives, and they could enjoy being the rest of the people, the middle class and higher class. So I would raise the minimum wage, and that's pretty much it.
So you're a disgusting communist. All right, thanks, Ax.
I believe sometimes people would take advantage of things if there's no rules set in place, and the government can enforce some of those rules that we all agree upon.
Right, next.
Yes.
Yeah, next question. All right, next question. How does government affect your life? Feel free to give both negative and positive.
Okay. Government affects my life by going back to rules. It gives me different rules that I have to abide by. Sometimes these rules can slow things down and make things harder to do. But so that's one negative. One positive is that the rules that are in place that the government enforces give me protection and give me certain rights that I have, and that's important to me. And I think those are important.
Regarding that question, what's one thing you would change in our government if you could?
Okay, one thing I would change in our government is how elections are done. I think they should have something called instant runoff election, whereas when there's you can have a first, a second, and third choice. So that way you don't have to choose between a lesser of two evils, as people say. You can say, okay, first choice I choose Bernie Sanders. Second choice is Hillary Clinton, and that way. And the third choice you might say I choose the Green Party candidate. Bernstein is her name, I believe. But that way, instead of having to choose Hillary Clinton because you don't want the other Republican one or the other one, so you can choose first, second, and third choice. So that would be one thing I would change is to implement instant runoff voting.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Sure.
Ma'am, why is government important? Why is government important?
The government.
True.
They all want money. That's it.
Government important.
Hey, get out of here. Get your own interview.
This is my interview. Is government important?
See, the government is important because without the government, we will live in a free society.
How does government affect your life?
No, they already asked you.
How does government affect your life? Why is government important?
I don't know. It actually isn't. So back away from me.
Government important.
Because it's government.
How does government affect your life?
Because it affects my life.
If you could change anything in government, what would you change?
I will change government.
Why is government important?
I don't want to do this again.
Why
It's
not?
gonna be like the 5th time.
That's third, idiot. Don't know how to count. Why is government important?
You're just wearing a fucking bandana.
All right. Why is government important? Because it sucks.
Because it's society. We're wearing a pink.
Okay.